From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is 1011's Morning Pulse.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.
Good morning. This is Craig Allison with your Morning Pulse for Monday, March 3rd. Our first story this morning on the national side, coming to our local leaders of European countries rallied around Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy after his contentious visit to the U.S. last week. Say they have to do the heavy lifting to bring about an end to the 3-year-long war between Russia and Ukraine, but maintain there must be strong backing from the U.S. Now, following the Oval Office meeting with Ukraine's president and President Trump, Nebraska Congressman Mike Flood said he's disappointed by Zelenskyy's action, even as someone who he says has supported funding to Ukraine before. Your second story, a bill aiming to provide private entities with immunity from liability for data breaches is one step closer to becoming state law. So here's what it means. From the Nebraska Examiner, the proposed law would make it harder to sue a business in the event of a hack unless it's caused by, quote, willful, wanton, or gross negligence. Proposed by State Senator Bob Hallstrom, it advanced to the final round of debate in a 29-9 vote. We'll continue following that as it makes its way through the unicameral. In your third story, government initiative DOGE works to shrink the workforce by any means necessary, and this has been the headline for a few weeks now. But locally, Lindsay Nielsen, a microbiologist at the FDA, says it was a hit she and her colleagues saw coming, but still hurt. The reason for the layoff, though, was listed as poor performance. Barely a week after the massive layoffs, hundreds of employees received a call notifying them of reinstatements, including all the employees at Nielsen's office, all except her. Nielsen says she took a pay cut by moving from the private sector to the FDA in this situation. And this is a bigger story that you can find on our website, 1011now.com. Your fourth story in Central Nebraska, Mary Lanning Healthcare Foundation, Hastings Public Schools Foundation, and Central Community College have teamed up to offer a phlebotomy program. We give students a chance to learn about the importance of phlebotomy and how to perform the role of a phlebotomist. This will also be a complementary piece to the school's current CNA program, which is also part of a Mary Lanning Healthcare program. Will start this fall. Wrapping things up with your final story, the Walk and Roll for Disabilities is a fundraiser stroll around Oakville Mall in Omaha for the Meyer Foundation for Disabilities. Foundation funds adult programming like recreational therapy at UNMC's Monroe Meyer Institute. This annual walk completely funds the Thursday night social activity program and helps pay for a cooking club and a yoga class. The event raised $42,000 last year, but they're hoping to beat that goal this time around. That is your Morning Pulse for this Monday morning, and we'll wrap things up with a look at your 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to 1011's Morning Pulse. Watch, listen, stream on the 1011 Now app, on YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.